At the time of recording, Southampton sit bottom of the Premier League table, and they are one of the favourites to return to the championship for the first time in a decade. We are not letting that happen. I have a mad soft spot for the Saints, and it would make me quite upset to see them in the championship. Today, we're taking them over, rebuilding them, and making them European champions. So this is the default starting 11 FIFA have given us. Gonna put my own spin on it, of course, but I really want to focus on the attack this season. Southampton have been struggling to score goals, so we need to make sure that this can change. The big thing with Southampton as well is that they invested so heavily in their youth this season. Some would say they invested too heavily. I mean, look at this. We only have 4 players in the entire squad that are over the age of 30, and it rapidly goes down where 3/4 of the team are 25 or younger. So we really need to make sure we use this to our advantage. But we do only have £43 million, so we're gonna have to be very tactful with the players we sign. And as you can see from our shortlist, it is attacker heavy this season. We have our first signing at St. Mary's though. Sarr is playing for Watford in the championship. He's too good to be down in the second division. I want to make sure the Senegalese midfielder can live up to his potential. So we have paid £15.2 million for his services. We need a star striker to keep us up in the Premier League this season. So we're going to negotiate here and see if we can bring in Kolo Muani. Oh, his market value is 29. Oh no, I might be in over my head here. Let's see if we can get him for 25 million. I'm not confident that we might get walked out of the room here. They say 45 million. I really want to sign this guy, but it looks like we're not even close to getting in this window. That hurts a lot. For the time being, I'm going to give the starting striker role to Shea Adams. But Kolo Muani, I want you. I want you in this squad. This man really wanted out of the squad. I accepted a transfer offer for El Yunusi, and the next day, he's packing his bags. He's the first man out of the club in the rebuild, but he's staying in the Premier League, off to Nottingham Forest. I really want Ritsu Doan in the squad. They wanted Tino in a swap deal, which just isn't happening. Tino Livramento. But can we get the Japanese midfielder for 15 mil? 9% sell-on clause? Nah. Tension's getting high. This might be our last attempt at an offer, and they're gonna accept it. Get in there. I am so excited to have Ritsu Doan in the squad. Now, obviously, we've already signed a right midfielder in this window, but my game plan with Ritsu Doan is to convert him into an attacking midfielder, which is only going to take 2 weeks. Nice. Another one of our midfielders packing their bags, but staying in the Premier League. It is Stuart Armstrong making the move up to West London, or wait, not West London, East London, to West Ham United. I want some loans to come in. Actually, I'm going to move Genepo off the list, but for these 4 guys, I want loan moves to come in so they can grow and reach their potential. And we do get one of our players getting a loan move here. It is Bella Kotiap. He's been decent from what I've seen from the Southampton games this year. He has been decent, but in terms of FIFA, we need that overall up if we're going to survive relegation. Yes, come on, Romeo Lavia. Send him to FC Cologne. Please make that one go through. They're all coming in. Tino, essentially every transfer offer I've put in this season, they've tried to include Tino in a swap deal, but 2 years to Getafe, fingers are crossed. Romeo Lavia to Cologne is confirmed, and the same here with Tino Livramento. My hope with Tino is that after 2 years, he comes back and he can overtake Kyle Walker-Peters as our starting right back. Godspeed, soldier. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It says we can convert Ritsu Doan to an attacking midfielder, but he stays at 77 overall. And finally, Samuel Edozie is off to Benevento in the Italian league for 2 years as well. Not a great start for Sarr's career at Southampton. He's out for a month. I hope he doesn't have an injury-plagued career. But after our opening window, this is how the side is looking, and it is clear to see that this season is going to be a dogfight to survive relegation. That is my #1 priority this first season. Do not get relegated. I didn't lie, fellas. I didn't lie. We are in the thick of this relegation battle. 1 point clear of the drop zone at the moment. Look at those 8 draws. We're scoring goals. We're conceding them for fun as well. All right, I think we need #1 to get the morale up, but I'm going to add Bazunu to the loan list. I could start Alex McCarthy, but I think it's best if we get somebody even higher that can guarantee us, or at least give us the best chance at survival this season. So here are the goalkeepers that I have shortlisted. Some of these guys would be good for like 1 year, and some of them will be good like long term, like Giorgio, but I think the man I want the most most is Juan Musso. We need survival this year. We can use him for 2 or 3 seasons. He's 82 rated and he's in our price range. If we can get him accepted for 20.8, that would be a massive dub and a massive step towards Premier League survival. Let's get that release clause off. Let's drop it down again. Tensions aren't too strong at the moment, and they have accepted. Yes. Get in there, lads. We make it happen. Juan Musso is the new starting goalkeeper at St. Mary's. I'm so excited to see what he can do and if he can help us survive. This would be brilliant. They've done my boy Bazunu horribly with that haircut and that game face, but it is what it is. Bologna want him on a 2-year loan move. And there it is, confirmed. We will see you in 2 years, Gavin. We finish 1 position above the drop zone. Luckily, though, we were 11 points clear, so we were safe about a month and a half ago. We finish above Crystal Palace and have survived relegation with the Saints. Get in there, lads. Who won the Premier League title, though? Arsenal in 8th. The Premier League title goes to Liverpool. Fair play to Norwich. They're playing Europa League next season, and they might not even be in the Premier League. Man City have won the Carabao Cup. We didn't even come close, to be honest. Oh, we lost to Man City, though, at least. Yo, Tottenham have won the Champions League. Oh, my. Chelsea win the Europa League. This is domination from English football. If there's an English team here, nah, it's again, they're Belgian. Che Adams with a clutch season to keep us safe in the Premier League. That's exactly what we needed when we couldn't get Kolo Muani. We are saying goodbye, though, to both Theo Walcott and Willy Caballero, who are both retiring at the end of the season. Theo Walcott, a Southampton Youth Academy product. Best of luck, mate. He was out on loan last year, but Jan Bednarek is back in the club and officially packing his bags, this time on a permanent basis. The Polish defender linking up with Jose Mourinho at Roma. Damn, I want to get another loan move for Bella Kotchap, but I don't know if sending him to Arsenal is better than keeping him at Southampton. Regardless, though, I'm going to put the faith in them. Another Polish player that was out on loan last season that is leaving permanently. Matthias Lees is joining up with Frank Lampard at Everton. And we're about to make our first signing of season number 2. It's a massive statement for the midfield of the club. Weston McKennie. I've got to say, I saw this guy play live 3 times at the World Cup for the USA games. This dude impressed me. This dude was one of the most impressive players I saw at the World Cup, and it is an honor to have him at our squad. Got him for a very good price of £30 million. Mikel Arteta, please play my man. Another player out of the club on loan, though. It is Simiu off to Schalke for 2 seasons. And we're also saying goodbye to Jack Stevens, who is off to Sampdoria on a permanent deal. You know, there's a bit of history at Southampton with signing Dutch players. You know, you've got Jordi Klaasie, and you've got Jordi Klaasie, and you've got Jordi Klaasie, Stecklenburg, Klaasie, which is why it was very important to me to keep tradition alive as we sign Noah Lang as the new left winger for the squad. I am going to keep the faith with Che Adams for this 2nd season, but Kolo Muani, rest assured, I will sign you if it's the last thing that I do. 2 more loan moves, though, as Sekou Mara is off to Ajax for the season and Moussa Djenepo is off to Valencia. So this is what the squad looks like after the opening window, and for me, it is so important we don't suffer from 2nd season syndrome this year. We've survived the relegation battle last year. Let's climb up that table now. Let's push for mid-table. There is no reason why this squad should be in a relegation dogfight again. This is exactly the positioning we wanted. We sit 12th on 25 points, but the thing is, we're only 7 points clear of Everton, who are in the drop zone. But then on the same token, we are what, 7? Okay, we're a fair chunk out of European football. Let's just not collapse on the second half of the season and keep on pushing. Although, to be fair, I think we're going to keep it with the squad we have right now because finances are not balling out. I'm stopping the simulation here, lads, because we have qualified for the Carabao Cup final against Manchester City. We're headed to Wembley Stadium. Can we get our first piece of silverware in charge of the Saints? They've signed Marco Reus, but here we go to play European football next year with Southampton. We've lost 2-0. We have lost 2-0. That hurts the soul. I'm setting ourselves a new objective for this rebuild. I want us to win a Carabao Cup title before the video ends. You love to see it. A better second half of the season, and we have finished 8th in the Premier League here with Southampton. 2nd season syndrome was... why was I worrying about it? Scrolling up the table there, West Ham finishing in the top 3. Fair play to the Hammers. And the relegated teams are going to be Brighton, Norwich, and Watford. Liverpool have won the FA Cup. I still don't want to talk about it. Benfica Like, PSG winning the Champions League final is whatever, but Benfica reaching the final, I'm impressed. Barcelona winning the Europa League where they belong, and Club Brugge continuing the Belgian influence in the Conference League. Shea Adams, if he wasn't like 27 years of age, I could seriously make a case to keep him as our starting striker. Also, 15 assists and +3 growth for Ritsu Doan. I am impressed. The big question though, Bella Kotchap, he did get game time, 24 games to be exact. I'm gonna let the contracts of these two players expire though. They're not like 16 years old and they're only 60 rated. We could go and get free agents that are younger and higher rated. Got to be cutthroat out in these parts, you know? If you want to be successful, got to let players go. The battle, the long-awaited battle to see who wins the right back position will be revealed right now. It's been intense competition. Tino has been out on loan. Kyle Walker-Peters has been playing quite nice here, but at age 27, he is 82 rated. At age 21, Tino is 81 overall. I am going to allow the winner to be Tino. Kyle Walker-Peters, we are going to add to the transfer list. I really want this to be the season that we get Randall Kolo Muani into the club. The chief executive is saying we will have to pay around £55.7 million. And right now we only have £54 million. Let's get to work, get some money and get our man. Well, this would help if we can get £40 million here for Kyle Walker-Peters from Barcelona. We do. Thank you, Xavi. That might be the money we need to sign the main man, Kolo Muani. God, I hope this one processes fast. Yes. Get in there, lads. Kyle Walker-Peters, thank you for the time you spent at the club, but I'm very happy to see you leaving because that makes us a lot richer. Come on, let's go see if we can get our man. Frankfurt, I am pleading with you. Please be nice to us. I want to save some money. Let's put in the initial offer as 46 and see what they are vibing with. They say 56 with about half the tension. Let's meet them halfway and save £50 million. Come on, Kolo Muani. Come on. 50 million, they accept it. Let's get in there and talk to the man himself. Kolo Muani has to be crucial. 4-year deal is fine by me. No release clause. I'd put about £1 billion release clause on him. And then in terms of wages, let's sweeten the deal to make sure he joins us. £60,000 a week. They are going to accept it. After 3 seasons of working towards it, we finally get ourselves our star striker, Randall Kolo Muani. Welcome to Southampton. We have just signed ourselves a new left back on an absolute bargain. Ryan Sessegnon is now a Southampton player, but wait until you see the price that we have paid for the English left back. £22.4 million on a man that is valued at 28 million. I am over the moon with that. If we don't get an A for this, thank you. Thank you, FIFA. I would have been fuming. Why is it trying to say he's a right midfielder? My man is a left back. Nathan Teller has been loaned out to Aston Villa for the season. Dom Ballard has been loaned out to the Portuguese league for 2 years. And the same with Bella Kotchap. 2-year loan move for him. Is he ever going to play a game with us? I just want him to grow, honestly. Sekou Mara, once again off to Ajax for 12 months. It's a bit of a bromance building there. And Romeo Lavia is off to Lille for 12 months. We are saying goodbye, though, to Adam Armstrong, who's off to Copenhagen. We got £9 million, which I'll take for our 3rd string striker. We have been going pretty mad on the loans, though. Another 2-year deal here for Samuel Adozi. Honestly, I think we're trying to break a record for the amount of loan moves in one transfer window. The Spanish right back, Juan Larios, is off to the Dutch league for 2 years. And since we now have Ryan Sessegnon in the left back role, we no longer require Romain Perrault, sending him to Bayern Munich. And we are also selling Ibrahima Diallo to Mallorca. My fellow Aussie, Caleb Watts, is off to Orlando City. Caleb Watts, just a fellow Australian living in America now. And we have sold Nathan Redmond to the mighty Fulham FC. Ooh, oh my God, what a busy window that has been. But this team is starting to look really, really strong. A very balanced team as well, which I'm a huge fan of. Can we make the push towards European football this year? It's an okay start to the season. We have got to pick this up though in the second half of the season, convert those draws into wins and the losses into draws. I was not expecting this though, lads. Noah Lang was someone that I wanted to be a core piece of our squad for the entire rebuilding process, but the Dutchman has submitted a transfer request. So here we are on transfer deadline day. Still no deal for Noah Lang. Will he be a Southampton player by the end of the day? And there it is. 6 hours remain on transfer deadline day, and Noah Lang is out of the club. It hurts my soul that this is the way it's ended, but he's off to Benfica for £32 million, which means we now have 6 hours to sign ourselves a star left midfielder. So I've been looking for left midfielders and left wingers. When I first saw Pulisic, I was like, he's way out of our price range. But the chief executive is saying £67.2 million. If we can make that happen, that is a no-brainer. Come on, Chelsea, be good to us. £67.2 million. Graham Potter, put the South Coast rivalry aside and do us a solid 79.2 or 79.8. We can get that down. 69.8, 69.8, 74.8. How about 70, Graham? Come on. 74, come on, I'm just worried about how much he's gonna want in wages. 72.5, okay, I hope this goes well. We don't have time to delegate. It's deadline day, we're getting in there and making it happen straight away. 5-year deal, perfect, perfect, perfect. No release clause, they want a release clause, nah, get out of here. Yep, you know what, I can live with that. That is perfect, we're gonna accept it. And Christian Pulisic is now officially a Southampton player. I mean, I'm wearing the USA kit. I had to get a couple of Americans in, but it made sense as well. These are the right fits for the squad. I'm so excited. Also, Gavin Bazuna has come back from his 2-year loan spell and he's now 78 rated, which is exactly what we were after. Oh, that is frustrating, lads. We weren't even that close. Like, sometimes you finish 8th and you're like a point or two off the top 5, but we finished 8th in the Premier League this year on 62 points. Top of the league, West Ham United have won the Premier League. That is, I need to go check out their squad because I'm pretty sure I saw on deadline day they sold Declan Rice. West Ham United, I mean, it's a decent team, but I would argue the Gravenberch. I would argue that our team so far is better than theirs, but fair play to them winning the Premier League title. Ben White in the back line. So if West Ham won the league, did anybody crazy? Nah, nobody crazy got relegated. Man City beat Fulham in the FA Cup, and we did not win the Carabao Cup. We actually got eliminated in the bloody 3rd round to Tottenham. PSG have won the Champions League again. AC Milan win the Europa, and the Conference League goes to Nice. I'm hoping maybe, just maybe, because we didn't it was all the big teams that won trophies, we might sneak into a Conference League spot next year. This is why I wanted to sign Kolo Muani though. What a season for the fella, 20 goals. And Christian Pulisic, 14 and 5, and he was only here half the year, although maybe that takes his Chelsea stats into account. Alex McCarthy retiring, and Dan and Lundalu just off because he's mid. In my opinion, season 4, it is Champions League qualification or bust. We need top 4 at St. James's. Not St. James's, St. Mary's, goddamn. I'm gonna get roasted for that one. You are kidding yourselves, Barcelona, if you think I'm accepting that. Get out of here. We are coming out of the gates firing though, coming out the gates swinging. It is a massive addition to the midfield. Conor Gallagher, partner Weston McKennie as our starting centre midfielders. We have signed him from Atalanta. Gone are the days of Liverpool stealing Southampton's best players. I'm not gonna sell a player to Liverpool just out of principle, to be entirely honest. Here we go though, fellas. The Brazilian centre-half Lianco is out of the club permanently. He is off to Stade Reims for 13 mil. I also think it's time for us to take a massive step in upgrading the centre-back role. Coletta Carr is off to Sevilla for 30 million pounds. And he was an absolute star for us at the start of the rebuild, but it is time to say goodbye to Shea Adams. The Scotsman is off to the Eredivisie. I really want to get Edmund Tapsoba into the club, have him and Salisu working together, but are we going to be able to afford him? That is the question. The chief executive did say 68.2, so if they want that, then we can afford that. 68.2, please Simeone, make it happen. 85, are you taking the piss? Come on, man, 70 million. Be nice to me, Simeone. Perfect, thank you. And there we go, lads. We have got it over the line. Our defense is looking so strong now. Edmund Tapsoba, our new starting centre half. Welcome to Southampton. Like, come on, man. Surely this team is good enough to qualify for Champions League football. If we finish 8th or 9th again, I'm gonna start swinging. Also, as you can see by the calendar, unfortunately, we are not in the Conference League. Yo, I just realized Luton Town have finally made it to the Premier League. Fair play. That is mad. So far, so good. Let's push on in the second half of the season, though, and make sure that we finish in the top 4 because there are a lot of teams breathing down our necks. Also, we've got a lot of players that are running out of contract this season. We're going to have to put some serious cash towards that. I guess it makes sense we're struggling for numbers at centre back when I literally sold all of our backups, but I'm going to recall Bella Kotchap from his loan at Inter so that we can have him as a backup for the remainder of the season. Samuel Adozie as well, I'm checking in. He's had a great season here at Salernitana. Come on, lads. We are playing Champions League football finally in season number 5. We finished 3rd in the Premier League. That is what you want to see. But I want that Premier League title. I really want a big club to get relegated. There's a few hanging around there. No! Luton Town got relegated. No! Liverpool won the FA Cup. I swear, look above us there. We have been getting stitched up with some of the draws in this video. And we are not even any closer to winning a Carabao Cup. Where do we get eliminated in there? We lost to Barnsley in the 3rd round. Nah, I'm making sure we lock in on the Carabao Cup in season 5. PSG are running the table in the Champions League today. Lyon have beaten Tottenham in the Ndombele derby, and it is Valencia winning the Conference League. I love you, Kolo Muani. I love you. 29 goals, and my man has gone up 4 overall to 90 overall. I told you guys this guy was worth bringing in. Also, Sar up to 90. This team is growing ridiculously well. Man, I want a new starting star goalkeeper. Musso's done his part, but I want someone that's younger and higher rated. Aaron Ramsdale, if we can get him into the club from Arsenal. There we go. Arteta accepts it. That's a great start. And just like that, we had our goal and we have smashed it out of the park. Aaron Ramsdale, officially a Southampton player. This man just can't escape the South Coast. Brennan Johnson is the perfect utility for us. We needed backup spots in the right wing, striker, and center attacking midfield positions, and he can cover all 3 of those spots. I'm very happy to have the Welshman at Southampton. Just trying to make sure that we are covered in every... Whoa, look at the budget. 44, 4444. If you're into angel numbers, there you go. But regardless, I'll get off my astrology crap or whatever you call that, and try signing Marcus Holmgren Pedersen. We need as much depth as possible. I can live with that 23.4. We need the squad depth numbers given how much football we have ahead this season. Let's go, fellas. The 3rd signing of this transfer window with Southampton has officially arrived. I am absolutely buzzing with this team, lads. I am so excited to see not only what we can do in the Champions League, but also the Premier League. Can we get the Carabao Cup? We could seriously win every trophy on offer this year. The bench is strong. The reserves are getting stronger. I'm really happy with the progress we're making. But we have been drawn into Group H for the Champions League this season. It is a group that I expect us to top, but there are a lot of dangerous, sneaky teams. Leipzig, Villarreal, Dinamo Kiev. We're going to have to be on top of our game. Focused and locked in. You love to see it top of the group. We're not the only team that didn't cop a single loss in the group stages. Ourselves and Leipzig getting out of what was a pretty even group. And you can see it on the bottom of the screen there. We have been drawn up against Borussia Dortmund in the last 16. Definitely not a walk in the park. Who Leipzig get? Leipzig get Inter Milan. So I guess in the last 16, you're going to be versing good teams 95% of the time. We are right in the thick of this Premier League title race, though. Only 3 points separate first place Newcastle United from 5th place Tottenham. Let's make sure we're on the right side of that equation come at the end of the season. This is uncharted water for us so far in today's rebuild. Champions League knockout round football in general, besides domestic cup competitions. But we've got Borussia Dortmund traveling to the Signal Iduna Park for the first leg, and we are behind. We are behind after taking the lead and dominating. A lot of adversity ahead of us now. We need to be locked in here, lads. The round of 16. We've got the halo on our crest, for God's sake. We need a miracle, and we need a big result. Come on. Come on, Southampton. Yes! Come on. Come on. Edmund Tapsoba in the 80th minute is going to put us through to the quarterfinals. I was sweating. I was not expecting this. We have got Fiorentina in the quarterfinals. Fair enough. Only 2 English teams remaining as well. We need to put our best foot forward here for the first leg. I don't want it to be a come from behind grind result again. I want to be like 700-0 up heading into the second leg in Florence. The scoreline, it's a 2-2 draw. Oh my God, can we just win this comfortably and not give us a heart attack? Doing these rebuilds is sending my hair gray. 6 days later, and here we are. A spot in the Champions League semi-final is on the line. We've got Fiorentina. It's all tied up and it all comes down to the result of this game here, which we win through Christian Pulisic. Let's go, lads. Pulisic with a brace, and we are through to the Champions League semis. We've taken down one Italian side, and now we move on to another. It's Inter Milan versus Southampton here in the Champions League semis. All I'm asking for, EA gods, FIFA gods, all I'm asking for is a strong start. Give us the lead. I would love to be heading back home with the lead. Inter Milan, don't. Oh, it's a 1-1 draw. I mean, it's okay. It's still alive, but I just want to feel confident. The thing that gives me a little bit of hope and confidence is the fact that in this season so far, we are yet to lose a second leg game. Granted, there's only been 2 games, but still, I'm trying to see all the positives I can because I'm a little worried here, lads. We're at home, a spot in the Champions League final on the line, and we win it. Who scored it? It is Ismail Sarr in the 12th minute, sending us to a Champions League final to face either Valencia or PSG. And there's the answer, lads. PSG have absolutely dominated today's rebuild in terms of the Champions League, and we are facing them, who I think they've gone for like their 3rd Champions League title in a row or something. Regardless, though, that is a very strong Europa League final. And Freiburg, Conference League champions. Get in there, lads. We have won the Premier League title with Southampton. Newcastle coming second. We're in the Champions League in season 6 regardless, but we are champions of England. Absolutely over the moon with that. Liverpool and Chelsea having a stinker of a season. Fulham, Palace, and Burnley all headed down. We have added an FA Cup to our trophy cabinet as well, taking down West Ham United in the FA Cup. The domestic double has been done, but the big question on everyone's lips, have we done the domestic treble? No, it's a Manchester derby in the final. We didn't make the semis. We lost to Man City in the quarterfinals. Regardless though, what a season all around. Kolo, Muani, and Christian Pulisic having phenomenal seasons. I am in 20 assists for Ritsu Doen. I am in love with this team, man. So good. Champions League final with Southampton. Let's get after it. I hope the Southampton board are looking at this. Nathan Jones, get him out of there. Mr. Rebuild, this is what happens when you have him at the helm. Let's get ourselves this Champions League title. Osherman and Mbappe is a duo that I am terrified to be defending against. It already goes to Mbappe, who forces an easy save out of Ramsdale. He just made it look quite theatric. Weston McKennie's onside because of the deep lying line. It's going to be Doen, and we hit it straight at the keeper. Anywhere but straight at Donnarumma, and that's got to be 1-0. We've got the corner though, lads. It's going to be Sarr to lob this one into the box. Salisu. Oh, it's fallen. Why are we not shooting that first time? I pressed B and he's taken a touch. This is great footy. What a ball there. Gallagher, look at that one. No, Kolo Muani. Pull your heel out of the way. We would have been in 1-on-1. Benacer going back here. Mbappe going to Rodrigo de Paul. What a tackle. Nope. They get the shot and force another save, and it's another corner. It's going to be Benacer putting that one front post. Headed away. Get there, Ramsdale. Beautiful halftime. In a quiet game down this left-hand side here. But Doen in behind Kolo Muani. Sweaty goal opportunity. Back post. 1-0 Ismail Sarr. Thought we were going to stuff that up, but Sarr is going to give us the lead here in the 57th minute. The counter-attack of dreams. Brilliant stuff. I love how I'm like, we've done nothing down this left-hand side and immediately go and make a counter-attack and a goal. Got to stay focused up here. Now, what is that defending? They've got, oh my God, they were offside. That would have been a great goal. Sarr's already got a goal to his name. Can he finish it off? Ismail Sarr's going to secure the Champions League title for Southampton. Surely that is going to be it. He's straddling me like a lover and is going to be the reason why we win a Champions League title. Blow that whistle, referee. Blow that whistle there. It is Southampton, champions of Europe. It took us 5 seasons, and what a rebuild it was. Ismail Sarr, the hero in this final. It's going to be our inspirational leader, our centre half, Mohamed Salisu, been here since day one, and he is going to lift the Champions League trophy that confirms we are champions of Europe. Lads, I hope you enjoyed this rebuild as much as I did. Make sure you click here to watch another rebuild and click here to subscribe.